There are different ways to enjoy chess. You might enjoy playing with your friends, or you're one of those sweats who only cares about elo. But we can all agree that getting a brilliant move is one of the best feelings. But it's not always true. Sometimes brilliant moves are not that brilliant and there is no depth to them, or you just don't understand them. But today I'm gonna show you one of those games. And you'll want to see this one because it's really interesting. So you're probably used to your opponent playing something like e4 or d4 or even c4 English opening. But my opponent is not one of those people, and instead he plays e3. And against this opening, I don't know what to do, so I panicked and I played e5. I never in my life play e5. I usually play something like knight to f6 or Caro-Kann or Sicilian, but never e5. And I'm already in an unfamiliar position. So my opponent plays b3, getting ready to fianchetto, and I support my pawn with my knight. He now finishes his fianchetto, and I take the center because he's not contesting it. Now he pins my knight, and already at move, I don't know, 3, I make my first mistake and I play knight to e7. It's a mistake because this pawn is not protected because it's pinned to the king, so he takes it for free. Now I kick out his bishop, and after we exchange, I'm just down a pawn. He goes back and I play queen to g5, attacking this pawn and developing my queen. Now he decides to protect it this way, and now I attack his queen, winning some tempo because I developed my bishop and he has to protect his queen. He goes here and I win some tempo again, attacks his queen and developing my bishop. He protects it like this, attacks my queen and protects his queen. So I decide to go to h5, and after he kicks my bishop out, I go to f5. This was clever by my opponent because it kicks out the bishop and it opened up this, so this pawn is free, and he doesn't take it. I don't know why, but he didn't. He instead developed, so I just protected now. He went here. He was trying to be clever. He wanted to go here. And he succeeded because I missed that, and instead I castled. Now he went there, and this is not winning for him because I still have this move, but I panicked and I didn't see that. So pretty much if I take, he can't take back because if he takes, I win the rook. But I didn't see that. I panicked and I moved my queen to g6. Now he took my bishop and I took back. Now I'm just down a bishop. He now strikes my center with c pawn. I take, he takes, and I play queen to c2. The idea is I attack this bishop and this pawn, and he can only protect it this way. And if he does that, I have this move and I'm gonna win the rook. He does this, and instead of doing this, I instead play e8. I missed that I can do this. The idea of e8 is also pretty interesting because he's attacking this. He's gonna win this pawn. But in exchange, I'm gonna pin his king to this pawn, and I can take with this bishop. So this is gonna be free pawn, he can take back. So now he attacks this pawn again, because if he takes only with the bishop, I'm gonna take this pawn, and I'm gonna take this pawn. Now I proceed with my plan. I give up this pawn for this one, and instead of taking, he decides to be greedy and he attacks my queen with his knight. I just exchange knights, and he now takes my bishop. I go back with the knight, I attack his queen and protect this pawn with my knight. He instead takes this pawn because it's free, and now we give him the check. It's not that good because he can protect it with his queen because his rook is closer now. And I now protect my queen because it was attacked, and he's trying to manually castle some. I will call that a castle. And I give him the check. Now he moves it here, and it's a bad move because it allows me to play rook to f8. The idea of rook to f8 is if he moves his queen, I'm gonna give him this check, and after he goes here, I'm gonna double my rooks and I'm gonna win soon. So instead of moving his queen, he decides to play rook to g4. It's pretty much, if I take, he's gonna take, and it's an equal trade. But instead of taking, I find something better, and I play queen takes g4. So this is where chess.com gives me a brilliant move. So I'm not really sure why it's a brilliant move. It's a really simple tactic. You give up your queen, and after he takes, you win his queen. But for some reason, it's a brilliant move. I even did some better moves, but it wasn't brilliant. But for some reason, this is. So now he takes, I take, and I'm up a rook. Now he develops his knight. He's trying to free up his rook to go here or here. I don't know. He probably wants to go here to line it up with my king. And I develop my knight, trying to attack his king. Now he plays this move. He's trying to move his knight to a more active square. I play pawn to g6. Pretty much this pawn was attacked by the bishop, so I wanted to move it. And because it was attacked, I couldn't move my rook, so now I can. He develops his knight to a better square, and I play c6, stopping his knight from going here. He now goes rook b1, lining it up with my king, and I double up my rooks, trying to attack his king like this. Now he plays knight to d3, stopping my rook from going there, and instead I play rook to f3, trying to infiltrate like this. Now he attacks it like this. I just kick his bishop out. He goes here, and I play knight to e4. The idea of knight to e4 is I attack this pawn and maybe some attacks on the king. But instead of protecting his pawn, now he plays bishop to f4. It undoubles my rook, so it's a decent move. It's not that bad for a pawn. Now I take, and it's attack his rook. Instead of moving his rook, he attacks mine instead, and I'm up a material, so I'm down to trade. Now I can go here, pin his king and win this pawn, and that's exactly what I do. I win this pawn, and now he gives me some checks, and because he's all on time, he loses here. If you made it this far, type in the comments if you think this brilliant move was brilliant. And if you enjoyed this review, go watch the next video and subscribe.